What's going on, guys? This is Kip here. Today is Tuesday, February 20th. It's almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I actually just woke up like an hour and a half ago, which is just another benefit of working with cryptocurrency online. And my wallet, my Litecoin Cash wallet, has actually fully synced. Once it's fully synced, you won't have the progress bar down here at the bottom, and you'll have this check mark right down here. And if you just hover over it, you can see everything's up to date, and I've processed all of the most recent blocks and transaction history. So my wallet is completely synced and up to date, and I do have 2 active connections. When I woke up, I had 8, but to get my private keys from my temporary Exodus wallet that I set up, I had to log into my other user, which closed my Litecoin Cash wallet. So it's actively getting more connections as we speak. So now I can go ahead and show you guys exactly how to export your private keys from the temporary Exodus wallet that we set up, and then we're going to go ahead and import them into our Litecoin Cash wallet in order to hopefully receive all of our free LCC or Litecoin Cash. So one thing we can do before that, just to make sure that you guys did everything correctly and you are eligible to receive free Litecoin Cash, is we can actually check your address, the receiving address that we set up on our temporary wallet or wherever you guys were holding your Litecoin for the fork, and it will tell you on the Litecoin Cash website if you're eligible to receive free Litecoin Cash. So if you just go to the main website, which is litecoinca.sh, I'll have a link in the description box below to go to the official website. You just scroll down a little bit and you can see LTC to LCC balance checker. We're going to enter our Litecoin public address. Make sure not to put your private key in here. And then we'll just hit check our balance. And if you guys are unsure how to get your public address where we've made the temporary wallet, I actually took some screenshots, so I saved myself the trouble of bouncing back and forth between the different users on my computer. So let's see the screenshot real quick. First of all, you want to make sure that your wallet is totally empty. Like I said in the video yesterday, make sure to send all of your Litecoin out of your wallet. So this is my temporary Exodus that I set up. You can see that I sent in all of my Litecoin that I own before the fork on the 16th. The fork happened on the 18th, and then the next day on the 19th, I sent out all of my Litecoin. So I have a 0 balance, which, like I said a bunch of times, makes it so when we import our private keys, there will be nothing in this wallet that's at risk, and none of our money. No way that anybody can scam us out of anything, and hopefully we will just get our free Litecoin Cash. But to get your address to check if you're eligible, just hit receive, and it will pull up your receiving address for the temporary wallet that we set up. Just copy this address right here, and then come over to the Litecoin Cash website, paste in the address you just copied, and then hit check LCC balance, and it will actually reload the page for you. You just scroll down and you can see my address, the temporary address for Exodus that we set up. It says that I do have a Litecoin Cash balance of 4,881.16 whatever Litecoin Cash. So I am eligible, so now I know that it's worth my time to go ahead and import the private keys to my wallet. So I'll show you guys exactly how to do that, how to export your keys from the temporary wallet we set up, and then import them into your Litecoin Cash wallet. So the first step would be you want to go to the temporary wallet. You want to open the Exodus that we set up. And like I said, these are screenshots, so I don't have to bounce back and forth between the different users on my computer. But you're just going to want to click on the Exodus at the top. And if you're not on a Mac, you're going to want to hit Control, Shift, and D. And by doing that, it will pull up the developer menu, and you'll get the same options at the top of your screen. So you just want to click where it says Exodus, then click on Developer, then Assets, and then go down to Litecoin. And then you're going to click Export Private Keys. These are the exact steps you need to take to export your private keys. And then you'll get this message, which says, are you sure you want to export your private keys for Litecoin? Remember to keep your private keys safe. Anyone who has your private keys can get your funds. You just want to click I'm sure. And then you'll get this message that says successfully exported Litecoin to, and then it will tell you where it exported it to on your computer. I always do it to my desktop so it's easily accessible. I can just grab it right off my desktop. But it will export a folder, in my case, onto my desktop that will say Exodus exports, and then in the folder it will have my Litecoin addresses and my private keys. So you just want to click OK, and you guys will actually see a folder that looks something like this, Exodus exports. So this is where we're going to get our private keys from. And then obviously once I click into this, I'll show you guys exactly what it looks like, how to get your private keys. But I'm going to blur out my information obviously because I don't want this going out to the public. But you're just going to open this folder, and then you'll see Litecoin address, and this will be a CSV file, and I just right click it and I hit open with text edit. You can do it with notes, just anything where you'll be able to copy some of this text out of this file. So we're going to open it with text edit. And then this is what you guys will see. So it'll have your address, the path, the balance, and the private key. And you can see my top address is the address that we just copied and pasted in to the Litecoin Cash website to make sure that we do have a balance. We're eligible to get free Litecoin Cash. And then you'll see, I guess you'll see M/0/0.0, and then after the last comma, this line right here, it will kind of look like a Bitcoin address. It'll have obviously all letters and numbers, but this is your private key. So we're going to copy this. So I have it copied. And then we're going to go over here to our Litecoin Cash wallet. We do have connections. We are all synced up. And then we're just going to go right up here to the top where it says File. We're going to click Import Private Key. And then this is where we will paste the private key that we just copied from exporting it from Exodus. And we will hit OK. Shit, and then let's hope that I remember my password that I set up. Hit OK. Key successfully added to wallet. Rescan now. Select no if you have more keys to import. So you can actually import more than one private key from multiple different addresses if you're holding Litecoin in different wallets. So yes, I'm going to rescan the blockchain now. Should rescan, and then hopefully we will see my available balance in Litecoin Cash. Alright, so it looks like the rescanning is almost complete, and then boom, there we go. Incoming transaction. You guys saw it happen live right there. I have a total, just like it said on the website, of 4,881.16 blah 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 Litecoin Cash. So awesome, relatively easy. I mean, we just exported our private keys. That was easy. We imported them into our wallet. We let it rescan the blockchain, and then boom, just like that, smooth and no problems. I did receive all my Litecoin Cash. Now the next step would be to send it over to Yobit so that we can trade it. If we want to, we can hold it long term. I mean, there's rumors that it could be added to KuCoin, which is another exchange, relatively soon. I don't know if they're true or not. It is just rumors right now. But people are saying that the price could go up between $20, $30. I couldn't tell you where the price is going to go. Currently, right now, it's trading at $9. Since I woke up today, it's been trading over $9 basically the whole time. So even right now, for every one Litecoin that you are holding, you get 10 Litecoin Cash, and if you could sell it at $9, that would be $90 per Litecoin that you are holding during the fork. The only bummer right now is we're actually still playing the waiting game for when we can actually trade, because if we go to wallets, when we're in Yobit and you guys actually finally get your Litecoin Cash, when you want to deposit it, you go to wallets, and then you will just search LCC right up here. LCC. And you see this is our Litecoin Cash wallet, and if we want to deposit right now, deposits for such currency is temporarily offline, so that's a bummer. We can't get it into Yobit yet to actually start trading it. So now everyone's just waiting for deposits to open, and when they do, there will be a price dump. So I mean, thousands of people got a bunch of free Litecoin Cash, and their plan is to just dump it as soon as they can, to take whatever profits they can in case it goes down to, like, relatively nothing. So there is going to be a huge race. All these people that just claim their Litecoin Cash, everyone's going to be just waiting and watching as soon as deposits open in Yobit, and then I'm sure a lot of people will just start dumping it for whatever they can get. So there will be a price dump, in my opinion. It could come back up and stabilize. Like I said, it's rumored that if it gets popped onto a couple more exchanges in the near future, the price could go up between $20 and $30. But I mean, it's really up to you guys. I'm not giving you financial advice on when to trade, but I am just letting you know there will be a price dump. You can pretty much guarantee that as soon as deposits open for all our LCC wallets in Yobit. Because a lot of people are just going to take whatever they can get and dump their coins for whatever price it's trading at. And when that happens, there will be a price drop. Like I said, it could go back up, could not. I mean, we don't know. But just make sure that you're constantly checking when deposits open on Yobit so you can get your LCC in to trade as soon as possible. So now I'm just going to go back through. You guys don't need to continue watching now if you don't want, but I'm just going to go back through. And some people did have different questions about the fork and where they were holding their coins, whatnot. So I'm just going to go back and try to answer a few of the viewers' questions real quick, just so I can try to help you guys out if it's a question I can answer. I thought it was a scam. I mean, that's what Charlie Lee was saying. Everyone was saying don't do it. I can't even believe that you're promoting it on your channel. But I mean, look, we all just got free money and it was completely risk-free. I had my LTC in Exodus. I made a temporary wallet. I followed all your steps after the fork. Will it still work? I mean, you need to be holding the coin that is forking in whichever wallet that you're willing to import your private keys to before and during the fork. So if you did all this after the fork, then no, you won't be able to use the private keys from the temporary wallet that you set up. I don't know if you had them in Exodus before the fork. Your original Exodus, you could import the private keys to that, but make sure you're going to want to create a temporary wallet, move everything out, then import your private keys so there's nothing in your original wallet that could be at risk. And then you're going to want to probably delete Exodus off your computer, re-download it as a new wallet, and then send all of the money that you had in your original Exodus that you just put in your temporary back into your new original, just so the private keys aren't ever at risk when you have money in that Exodus. And when you do delete it, just make sure that you do keep, I mean, maybe put it on a USB drive off your computer, but keep the seed phrase, the 12 words that they gave you when you signed up for your original Exodus. Keep all that because, I mean, you might want to access those private keys again in the future for whatever reason. But keep your password and your original seed phrase for this original Exodus. If you do all of this, keep that somewhere safe so you do always have access to it. Can I still claim it tomorrow? No, it had to be, you had to have, I mean, there's no limit on when you can claim it. So if it was in a wallet that you control the private keys of, you can claim it in 6 months. You do want to try to do it sooner rather than later because, I mean, the price could stabilize out, but as soon as everybody is able to deposit into Yobit and start trading, then there's going to be a dump in the price because a lot of people claim these coins just to sell them off immediately for whatever profit that they can get, and take the free money and, you know, put it wherever into Bitcoin, spend it, whatever, but they're not planning on holding their Litecoin Cash. So, I mean, you're going to want to do it sooner rather than later because there will be a price dump as soon as everybody can start depositing and selling. What if my Litecoin was in GDAX? You don't control your private keys in GDAX or Coinbase, and Coinbase hasn't announced that they have any plans to support Litecoin Cash. So then you will not get anything. You won't get any free Litecoin Cash by holding your Litecoin in GDAX or Coinbase. That's why I put out the original video saying set up a temporary wallet where we do hold our private keys. If I have an Exodus wallet with only Litecoin on it when the LCC fork took place, if I create another Exodus wallet after the fork and move my LTC to that wallet, can I use the original Exodus wallet to get the Litecoin Cash? Will that work? Yeah, that'll totally work. But make sure not to use your original wallet anymore after that, because somebody will have your private keys. You gave your private keys to Litecoin Cash developers or the wallet or whoever. So make sure not to continue using your original Exodus after you import the private keys. Even if you moved it out and then imported and claimed your Litecoin Cash, if you moved all your money back into this Exodus, somebody still has your private keys. So just make sure to be safe and don't continue using your original. Mine's done. Wake up and do it. I did, man. Sorry, I sleep late. I have LTC in my private wallet, Jax. How long will it be available to claim LTC Cash? Should I be in a hurry, or will I receive it anyways? There's no time limit. You can claim this in a year, 2 years, 6 months, whenever. But the time sensitivity is really what the price is trading at when we're all able to deposit. Because, like I said, there will be a big sell-off and the price will go down. I have my Litecoin in Trezor. Can I claim Litecoin Cash? That's actually a good question. Trezor, Ledger, you can get your private keys, but it's tough, and you don't do it directly through Trezor or Ledger. You have to do it with your seed phrase. So this is actually a good question. I've never done this personally, but let's go to the Litecoin Cash website. I did see an answer to this. Oh, and this is another tip. If your wallet's taking forever to sync, you can download the Bootstrap, which it will take a while to download the Bootstrap itself, but this will actually help you sync faster. I forgot to mention that in my last video. I downloaded the Bootstrap. I started syncing my wallet last night. I don't know, I'd say maybe 10 or 11 at night, and when I woke up this morning at like 11 o'clock, it was all synced and good to go. But back to the original question. Alright, here you go. Anybody that was using a wallet where you get the 12 or 24 word seed phrase, but you don't actually get access to your physical private keys, here's what you guys can do. If you use a Ledger, the simplest solution is to move the funds from part of the reason Ledger is so great is that it's impossible for you to directly access your private keys for your wallet addresses. What is possible is to use your 24-word BIP39 phrase in conjunction with an offline tool such as this one. So you're going to want to go to the Litecoin Cash website, find where it says this, click on this one, and you'll be able to download an offline tool. And you must save and run locally when disconnected from the internet. So you want to take your computer off the internet and then run this tool. This tool can derive your private keys from your 24-word phrase. However, you really shouldn't do this. For one thing, you'll need to reinitialize your Ledger wallet in order to practice safe forking. It's really simplest to transfer your LTC to a desktop wallet and transfer it back after the fork. I mean, so it's up to you guys. You can download a program, run it offline, put in your seed phrase, and it will generate your private keys for you. But I mean, for noobs and people that aren't too experienced, I mean, you can do it. Do it at your own risk. Because then when you go to use your Ledger or your Trezor again, I'm pretty sure this will work with Trezor. I don't know if it's just Ledger. But you can Google offline downloadable tools to get your private keys from your seed phrase. But then when you do this, you're going to need to set up your Trezor again. You just need to reinitialize it. Basically like you're setting up the Trezor for the first time, but when you go in, you'll say set this up from like a backup or seed phrase or whatever, and then you'll have to enter in your 12 or 24 word seed phrase to recover your wallet back onto that device. But then also keep in mind, if you do this, somebody is going to have the private keys to that Litecoin wallet on your hardware wallet. So if you do all this and then you plan to keep using that ledger or the Trezor, somebody will have the private keys. Just be aware. So you don't want to continue using that because somebody could have access to your funds. But to answer your question, you can do it using one of the offline tools. Make sure you do it offline, and you can get your private keys from entering in your seed phrase. I've never done it personally, but it is possible. I know you can do it, but like I said, do it at your own risk. Nope, you won't get it if you held in Coinbase. Exodus will work, but like I said, make sure you're not continuing to use the wallet after you import your private keys. I do agree Litecoin will be worth a lot of money soon, but I mean, we don't know if Litecoin Cash is crap. As of right now, it's free money, trading at over $9 a piece, and we all got it for free, so I wouldn't really call that crap. It could be a shitcoin in the long run. I don't know. We will see. How long does the wallet need to connect? It needs to sync fully. It depends on your computer, your internet, how many connections you have, things like that. But like I said, mine, I started syncing. I did download the bootstrap. I started syncing last night, 10, 11 o'clock at night. When I woke up this morning at 11, everything was all synced up. Wonder if the fork only works for multiples of 1 or if it works for small portions as well. Well, I mean, you guys saw that I got 0.16 because I had a total of 488.16 Litecoin. So it does work past like, you know, a solid whole decimal. It does work into the points. Got my LCC, but Yobit locked the wallet. Yeah, I mean, that's what I was saying. It sucks. Sync 24/7, forget it, not worth the trouble. I mean, shit. If I sell all mine, I'll make over like $40,000 if I can sell at $9. So I think it's definitely worth the trouble. I guess it depends how much Litecoin you have. But just letting it sync 24/7, you let it do its thing and you literally do nothing. It did it while I was sleeping. Hey kid, my LTC is stuck on OK Exchange. They haven't given me back no matter how I contact them. I don't know. I don't use OK Exchange. I never have. It sounds like their support sucks. But I mean, try setting up 2FA. A lot of exchanges won't let you withdraw until you set up 2FA. So make sure you do that. I mean, like I said, I personally never use them, but try to keep contacting support because that's some bullshit if you have Litecoin in an exchange and if you can't withdraw it or get it back. Another BitConnect deal. No, not really. I mean, this isn't a lending program or a glorified HYIP. This is a fork of a crypto. Yeah, I have seen the news on USI Tech. I will do a video as soon as there's some real news. I mean, the news was supposed to come out on Monday, and they basically said, I mean, everything's going to be what it was supposed to be, fully transparent, blah, blah, blah. But then they said in this next week, after they said everything was ready to go on Monday. So as soon as there is some real news, I will be doing an update video, probably in the next day or two. No one like. Oh, that's cool. I mean, if you had it on Yobit, then you got it. They automatically credit it to you. But I don't know how you sent in your Litecoin Cash to trade it. But I mean, that's a good score. Buying at 170, Litecoin right now is like 240, 250. Plus, you got all your free Litecoin Cash. That's awesome. Is the software trustworthy and virus-free? I can't say for sure. I've ran it on my computer. Everything's working fine. I haven't had any problems. Nope, you can't claim if you had it in Coinbase for like the 10th time. Yeah, that's exactly what you do. Transfer it out, make sure it's confirmed and out and received in another wallet. Then export your private key like I just showed. And then import it into the LCC wallet and then never use the Exodus again. But like I said, if I were you, I would save the password and the seed phrase on like a USB just so if you ever need it, you do have access to this your original Exodus wallet. I doubt Charlie Lee is behind this fork. It's just some other developers that wanted to fork it for whatever reason. Get the private key itself. Yep. Oh. I actually just answered this question right before. How you would get your private keys from the 24-word phrase. But like I said, I'm glad it's a spare treasure. Just be aware if you ever do use it in the future, you gave those private keys for your Litecoin wallet to somebody. So be very, very careful. I wouldn't use that treasure, especially for Litecoin in the future. But you'll need to download the tool to enter your seed words, and then you'll get your private key. I've never done it myself, but it is possible. What's Litecoin Cash worth for one Litecoin? I mean, you can do the exchange in Australian dollars, but you got 10 Litecoin Cash for every Litecoin. If you had one Litecoin, that means that one Litecoin in Litecoin Cash right now was worth $91.30. Do the exchange for $91.30 US to Australian dollar. No more giveaways. I will do giveaways. I mean, you guys know I don't have as much money rolling in as I did, so I probably won't do them as often or as much. I mean, I don't know. But yeah, I'll still do giveaways. Yeah, the wallet was sinking slow, but I mean, like I said, download the Bootstrap and that'll help. Hey, that's cool, man. That's awesome that I was one of the first YouTubers that got you into crypto. Crypto's an awesome space to be in. And that's awesome that you sold your Litecoin at the all-time high. Even if you didn't get your Litecoin Cash, you sold, that means you sold like upwards of 400 bucks. That's pretty sweet, man. And we didn't buy a place in Mexico. We're actually, I think in the next month, we're going to go back to the west coast of Mexico. We've been on the west coast years ago, but we're going to go back to check out properties on the west coast. And then we're actually going to check out a couple more countries before we make our decision on where to buy. My LTC and Loaf wallet. Can't send my private keys from that wallet. Can I transfer them Exodus now? No. It needs to be the wallet that your Litecoins were in during the fork, during the forked block. So you can't transfer them to Exodus and do it now. I don't know. I've never used Loaf. But see, maybe Google, you know, export Loaf wallet private keys, or Google which offline program you would need to download to put in your seed phrase for Loaf if you got one, and see if you can get your private keys. But no, you can't transfer them to Exodus now and get your Litecoin Cash. Hey, Tony Monk, what's up, buddy? How's retirement? Retirement is awesome, man. Like I said, I just woke up at like 11 o'clock this morning. Made some free cash today, so retirement's looking up, man. But that's it. Video's getting long. I don't want to take too long. I hope I answered some questions, and I hope you guys get your Litecoin Cash. It was super easy and quick, and there we go. Now I'm just waiting for Yobit to open up deposit so I can trade. But that's it, guys. I will catch you in the next video, and I hope everyone's having a great night.